most inspiring journal entry this morning. I really like coffee in the morning. When I'm on coffee, I am on coffee. This Chobani coffee creamer, it does have like sugar and everything in it, but the ingredient list is really not that bad. I had inspiring journal entry just now. It's giving me goosebumps thinking about it. I was just discussing with myself how, because I pulled my cards this morning, my tarot cards, and they pretty much have said that like some good shit is coming, but something that continues to come up for me is my inability usually to like break my poor habits or my just unwanted habits for myself. And that was something that was mentioned, was that like you can get here for sure, like you got this, but you really have to dedicate yourself to like breaking some of these habits, or you won't ascend, you won't align, you know, you won't feel aligned. And I already had been feeling that, so that's pretty much what the cards are saying. And then I wrote about that, and it just, everything came up with like this. And I know my goosebumps mean like I literally have goosebumps. I know that means that like what I'm saying is correct, and it does mean something, you know. But I feel like so much has come up for me with my move to Philly, and that's really cool because it has made me so uncomfortable that I've had to like learn. It like forced me to grow because of how uncomfortable it was, which is exactly what I wanted out of this, you know, experience. I definitely didn't want things to stay the same, you know, because things were stagnant, and I needed to push out of that. So and in my journal I was just writing how like I know that these habits seem to be broken, but I can genuinely feel through my entire being that everything's gonna be just fine. Like I have like the fullest faith and have so much trust in the universe and in God that like I am going to be, that everything's gonna work out for me, and I am like literally just so freaking blessed, like so blessed and just so lucky, and that everything just does work out for me, which it does. So, and I just was reminded of that yesterday, and it kind of leaked into today, and it just feels so good. And now I have the day off to like completely focus on all of what I want to do and what I love, because yesterday I had work. This feels good, I guess. That was why I even pulled my cards to question my alignment, because I just do feel so aligned. And now I feel like that last little break off before I just is to just fix those habits that are just keep like holding me back, you know what I mean? Which is just myself. It's like my mindset, myself. Hi, King. He's working. We gotta get the This is the fit, the morning fit. I usually have like my pajamas on, and I just throw on a hoodie and some sweatpants to go outside and take Boo out on a walk in the mornings. And then I stay in this while I journal and drink my coffee until I get ready for my day.
There's one chocolate chip in there for
you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. At times,
we'll start from there.
I know, I'm a great friend.
Just keep throwing it in there.
A little hungry. We got a little bit of the buzz going. I had leftover falafel from when Gabe got us falafels a couple days ago. I have spinach, avocado, hummus, rice, and then these falafels, which I'm just going to cut up a little bit so they're easier to consume. Doesn't look freaking good. This rainbow feels the same way I do about coffee. I didn't finish filming yesterday morning, so now it's Monday and we're gonna finish filming today because it's also a day off today. I'm like getting my morning routine going. I'm in the middle of it. I'm journaling. There's Gabe. I'm journaling. I'm watching Hitomi because her videos comfort me sometimes. To a good audiobook. This video is actually sponsored by... Here we are, having a little wine. That's good. It is Monday, the 3rd. Does you want to come up here? Come on. There we go. Wanted to discuss, since here I am creating a new change in my already changed space, which is like me moving here from LA. And LA is my home. That's where like most of my family is. That's where I grew up. That's where all of my connections are. And it's not unlike me to just get up and go and to move somewhere, but it's been a minute since I've done something like that. And also I've always known that this was the type of life that I was gonna live. So I just wanted to discuss like the benefits of what I have found with creating change and putting yourself in a position that you know you're going to be uncomfortable with. And I literally feel like I'm so qualified to speak on this because I'm currently experiencing that right now with me moving to a new job. But if we go back to the beginning, I moved from LA to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in October. It was extremely random, I'm not gonna lie. My boyfriend, he's from over here, like he grew up right outside of Philly, and so I had visited once or twice before we moved out here. And the one time that I visited, I felt this like immense and extreme connection with the city. And I don't know if it's just because like I really appreciate and love places that are seriously old and have history, or if it was genuinely because I like full-fledged believed that there was going to be a really extreme outcome, like a beautiful outcome that came from me moving here, from this like experience. Nonetheless, moving on, 1 year later, literally 1 year later, we had visited again. His family had been a minute, my sister came, and the very first day that we flew into Newark and drove out to Philly because that's where my sister was flying in, and just kind of had like a little day before we picked up Sophia, and just fully decided within that day, like, we're gonna move here. So that was in August, and we moved here in October. We sold everything in our apartment, and we had a pretty sweet gig out there. Like, we lived in a beautiful space and right down, like, across the street from the ocean. I had makeup jobs, like that was what I did. I was a makeup artist, along with a good job in a restaurant. Like, I was fine, I was doing fine, but I was so unhappy. I was so deeply unhappy and unfulfilled, and I knew exactly why, but I couldn't really figure out how to get myself out of that. And so I completely believe that me leaving LA, like, I thought there's nothing here for me. I'm gonna leave LA. I need to figure out something else. I need to create a new experience. I need to make new connections. I'm leaving would solve everything. It did not. In fact, it magnified everything so much. But now when I look back, because I've only been here for now 6 months. I've been here for half the year. But when I look back from when I first moved out here, I am so grateful for all of what was magnified, because I really, really needed to feel that uncomfort, which is why I'm saying like how important it is to get here to this place, like to move, to change things up, to switch up your routine, because that's the only way you're going to actually grow from where you're at. And if you feel something's off in like within you, like you just kind of can tell that something's off, it's probably because there's something is and it's time to switch things up. So shit, you didn't see that. Dang, okay. So moving here wasn't exactly what I had imagined in my head, but yet it exactly was what I imagined in my head, but in a different way, you know? And that's the funny part about like manifesting something, is that it will come, but it doesn't always come exactly how you pictured in your head, which is the interesting part, you know? So like I came out here and I just thought that I was going to make these crazy connections, and I was going to be like loving my life and experiencing all these new human beings and making so much money. Like I really thought that that was what this place was going to be all about, but it absolutely wasn't. It was like almost a rebirth of myself because of how uncomfortable I was when I got here, and how uncomfortable I became as things became magnified and I started seeing things for what they were after being here for a few months. And realizing during that time, because I genuinely was like, I just want to move back to LA, as if like the city was the problem. It wasn't the city. That wasn't the problem. It was me. I'm the one that was causing the issues, causing the stress. Like, it was me, my mindset, my heart, my soul, everything. I wasn't doing anything to help myself, to support myself, to get me to a place that I would be proud of and benefit from. I wasn't being me, you know? I just was taking myself of who I was back when I was in LA and bringing it here, and thinking that the environment was going to change it, but it doesn't change it. And that is something I didn't exactly understand until after I got here. So now, here I am. I'd probably say like 3 months after realizing all of what I realized, maybe 2 months. It hasn't been very long. Nothing is different, right? Nothing is different. I'm making the same amount of money. I've made the same amount of friends in the past couple of months. Like, they're the same people that are in my life. I've moved forward with the same amount of things. Nothing is different. But yet I feel different because I changed my mindset. Because I decided that I was going to make the absolute best out of this situation. And that ultimately allowed me to grow into the person that I'm trying to become currently. And with that growth, now here I am making this YouTube video. Something that I've always been wanting to do was be consistent with making my freaking videos. I've been making videos since I was 15 and not putting them anywhere. Now here I am being consistent with it and actually knowing, and it's aligning with me, that I want to do this. I want to learn, I want to inspire, I want to learn, I want to show my life. Like, this stuff is cool, you know? And I think that there's so many people out there that feel afraid to do these things, but here I am doing them. There's no difference between me and you, but here I am doing them because I like freaking decided and went out there and just did it, you know? And now, even though nothing's changed, like, I can feel gratitude for where I am. I can feel happy to be creating my life in the reality that I want right now with what I have. And then new opportunities come. I have a new job that I'm starting, which I'm really excited about. And, you know, I feel love and gratitude when I get to do these things. At one point when I was like making a video, which at one point I didn't want to because I felt like I wasn't ready. Who is to say who is ready, you know? Like, you just start, you just do it. The first thing you do isn't always going to be perfect, but eventually it'll get you where you see yourself, but you can't be so hard on you. You just have to start, you know? Moving here, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have any family. I just had my partner, Gabe, his family, and everything else I had to create on my own. And it really puts you in a position of questioning who you are, you know? And questioning, like, why people may not like you, why people aren't attracted to you, why people aren't this, and then you get to a point where you're like, oh my god, it's exhausting to care about what other people are feeling and thinking about you. I just have to worry about myself. And then you start worrying about yourself, and you start doing things based off of what you love and who you are and what helps create a better version of you, and then life all of a sudden becomes something that you actually genuinely love. And these are just some of the things that I realized while moving out to Philly. Like I've said, I've only been here for 6 months. Almost 6 months, not even 6 months yet. And I'm starting a new job. And I go into this new job and yeah, I'm shy. Like, I feel shy, I feel a little awkward meeting all these new people, and you know, you can consider that a weakness. I sure did when I was in my interview with this person, but ultimately, like, I wasn't gonna show up as anyone else but myself, and that was just myself, and it was authentic, and I feel proud to have gone in there and just express this energy, not being anything more or anything less than what I actually am in this moment, and that's that. And I feel really, really proud of how far I've come to get to this point. And I hope this is all making sense, because I've had a couple glasses of wine. I knew I needed to make this video, and I'm staying strong with what I know and what I want to do, which is create this. And so I'm hoping this makes sense even after a couple glasses of wine. Anyway, this is how I'm ending the video. A couple days in my life, a couple days off as I continue to move forward and grow in this new life of Philly. I'm so absurdly, unusually excited for what is to come, but alright, thank you so much for watching. Continue to tune in if you want to see where this continues to go. I have so much more to offer and to give, so and I just know that there's so many of you out there that are going to relate to this and understand me and going through the same things that I am going through, so I'm happy that I can like learn and grow and then share. So thank you. Have a great day.